All right. We in a building. We back again with another classic. You already know. Portland Snowhawks. We about to get it in. We about to get to work. We got some business to handle. And yeah, we about to go handle that. The Seattle Seahawks beat us in the Super Bowl last season. This season, guess who we play? The mother Seattle Seahawks. I can't believe my eyes. We back for revenge. We still in the win this time. And without further ado, we about to get to work. We about to get down in dirt. Oh, I advanced it. Oh, okay, I advanced it. Oh my God, I thought I advanced the Super Bowl, y'all. Oh my God. But anyway, like I was saying, we about to get to work. We about to get down to business. We about to get dirty out here. We finna kick dudes in they nutsack. We don't give a damn. We about to get to work. We about to play dirty out here. They beat us, y'all. We're going into the Super Bowl. You already know. We mean business. We mean business this week. Hendon Hooker, Eddie George, Charlie St. Reddick, DK Metcalf, Traylon Burks. We mean business right now. Come on now. Deion Sanders Jr., Ed Reed, Jack Youngblood. Who else? We mean business. Jalen Ramsey. We mean business this week. But without further ado, we about to get to work. We about to get to work. We about to get it in. We coming back. On their team, they got John Randall. They got Mel Blunt. They got Justin Herbert at quarterback. They got Antonio Gates. They got Eric Berry. They got Patrick Surtain. They got Najee Harris. And they got Brandon Ayuk on their team. Do I need to go down the list? We got Jack Youngblood. We got Moses Mitchell. We got Ed Reed. We got Charlie St. Reddick. We got Isaiah Thaxton. We got Deion Sanders. We got Eddie George Jr. And bigger than all that, we got Hendon Hooker. Come on now. We about to get this done. We about to handle business. Ain't no way in a row they gonna beat us 2 seasons in a row. It ain't happening. No way, no how. We about to get to work. Hey, but they one of the better teams in this. They better one of the teams in this created league that I created. They are, even though they don't got a lot of huge all-time great names. Now they do. Don't get me wrong. My point is they don't. There's more. There's teams with more superstars on it, but I don't see too many other teams that's rated a 94. So they're a pretty good team. Now teams be like 89 and 90, eh, and they're one of the better teams for sure. They went to the Super Bowl last year, and now they looking to run it back. And we not. It's not happening. We hungry this year. We was hungry last year, but we starving this year. We coming up here and we getting the dub and we taking it back to Portland. And after that, we gonna take Portland all the way down to Memphis, Tennessee, and become the Egyptians. And that's what we gonna do. We not losing. We not losing. There's no way. We about to get to it. Without further ado, we about to get to it. Y'all can sit back, relax, grab your popcorn. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you want to, if you like the content. And like always, thanks for watching. But anyway, we about to get to work. We in the Super Bowl. We in Dallas, Texas, in Jerry World. We about to get it in. Here we go. The rookie, Russell, will return the kick, and he gets it out to about the 20-yard line. And now we'll see Hendon Hooker take the field for the first time in this Super Bowl, in his second back-to-back Super Bowl appearance. This time he's really looking to get the win. Here we go. Hooker from the gun. Hooker hands it off to Eddie George Jr. Eddie George Jr. makes a guy miss, and he gets a gain to about a 5-yard gain and gets the ball to the 25-yard line. Here we go. Hooker from the gun. Hooker hands it off to George, and George will stop short, just short of the first down marker, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. Here we go. Hooker from the gun. Hooker hands it off to George. Hooker throws a guy to the ground with a vicious stiff arm, and he'll pick up the 1st down, and that will bring up 1st down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Here we go. Hooker in the gun, 2 running backs in the backfield, and he has 2 receivers to his right, 1 receiver to his left. He drops back to pass, screens it out to Eddie George. Eddie George gets about a 2-yard gain. That's going to be a 2nd down and 8 from the 41-yard line. Hooker from the gun. Hooker hands it off to George. George stumbles for about a 4-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. Hooker drives back to pass, throws it to the outside, completes a Metcalf in open space. He's down to the 30-yard line, and he gets all the way out to the 28-yard line for a monster gain. That's going to be a 1st down and 10. Here we go. Hooker, hurry up offense in the gun. Hands it off to George. George shifts in the... Here we go. 2nd down and 9. Play action pass. Hooker will scramble. Hooker gets close to the 20 and gets down at the 19-yard line, but however, he's short for a 1st down, and it's going to be a 3rd down and inches. Hooker from the gun. Hooker hands it off to George. And Eddie George will pick up the 1st down. He has 6 rushes, 27 yards. And that's going to be a 1st down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Here we go. Hooker drops back to pass. Hooker throws to the outside to Metcalf, complete to Metcalf, touchdown Snowhawks. And the Snowhawks were first to get on the board in this game. Hendon Hooker looking perfect on that drive. Three attempts, three completions. Eddie George being his usual self, smashing and dashing for yards. And he'll run it in for the 2-point conversion, and he'll make it inside, and that would be a 2-point conversion. And now the Portland Snowhawks 8, Seattle Seahawks 0. And McManus will kick it away for the Snowhawks. And the kick will be returned. And he's hit hard. He's lit up at the 18-yard line. What a big hit. Here we go. We'll see Herbert for the first time this game. On the season, he was 401 completions, 4,800 yards. Najee Harris in the backfield. And they also have Brandon Ayuk out there. Herbert drops back to pass. Herbert throws over the middle, gets it complete. Ayuk is in open space. And a huge gain on the play. That's going to bring up 1st down and 10 from the 41. Here we go. Herbert under center. Herbert hands it off to Harris. Harris working his way, gained about a yard, and he was brought down. That's going to bring up a second down and 9. Herbert, empty backfield. Spread offense from the Seahawks. Herbert drops back to pass, throws it over the middle, makes a guy miss, and gets the ball to gets the ball out to the 50, and it's going to be a third down and 1, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Third down and 1. Justin Herbert hands it off to Harris. Harris is blew up in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. And the Seahawks will punt it away. And that was a really great punt. And the Snowhawks will take over possession from all the way at the 3-yard line. And you already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna hand the ball away because that's just what we do. Eddie George pushes the guy on the ground and lunges forward for a 4-yard gain. Hooker hands it off to George. George has some space. He's still going, gets out to the 19-yard line. First down and 10. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line for the Snowhawks. Play action pass. Oh, and the ball is swatted down by that Seahawks defense. And Hooker in the gun. Hands it off to George. George gets the first down. He's still going. Gets out all the way down to the 34-yard line. And it's going to be a first down and 10. Hooker from the gun. Oh! Hooker throws an interception. Von Bell gets his interception. And then Hooker throws a big interception in the Super Bowl. And the Seattle Seahawks will take over from the 44-yard line. Ball is complete. Makes a guy miss. Gets it all the way out to the 24-yard line for a 20-yard gain. And it's going to be a first down and 10. And the Seahawks are in striking distance. Herbert drops back the pass. Herbert throws to the outside, and the ball was batted down by Moses Mitchell. Herbert, empty backfield. Drops back the pass. Throws over the middle. Complete to Ayuk. And Ayuk was brought down by Jeffrey Simmons, but not before a 7-yard gain. Third down and 3 for the Seahawks. Herbert in the gun. Herbert drops back the pass. Herbert throws to the outside. Touchdown, Seahawks. Lance Allworth scores his touchdown. And the Seahawks will kick the extra point. All right, here we go. The Snowhawks will take over possession. 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to remain in the half. Russell will return this kick, and he gets hit hard at the 23-yard line. It's going to be a first down and 10 for the Snowhawks. Come on. Hooker under center. Hooker, play action pass. Hooker throws over the... Oh, it's incomplete. It's going to be a second down and 10. Hooker from the gun. Hands it off to George. George has some space. Jumps in the air. gets the first down and gets the ball to the 36-yard line for the Snowhawks. Oh my God. And that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The score, Portland Snowhawks 8 and the Seattle Seahawks have 7. Hooker from the gun. Hooker drops back the pass, throws over the middle to St. Reddick, gets it complete, and it was a 7-yard gain. 1 minute and 39 seconds remain. Hands it off to George. George runs through a tackle, gets the first down. And now it's a first down and 10 from the 46-yard line of the Snowhawks. Hooker, play action pass, throws over the middle, complete to Metcalf. Metcalf gets it out to about the 28-yard line. 28 or 56 seconds remain in the quarter now. Hendon Hooker, first down, hands it off to George. George is hit hard and stopped after a 4-yard gain. And the Snowhawks will take a timeout. 40 seconds remaining in the half. Let's see if they can capitalize off of this drive. Here we go. Play action pass. Hooker throws to the outside, gets it complete to Samuels. And the Snowhawks will stop the clock there. First down and 10. First down and goal from the 8-yard line. Hooker in the gun. Hands it off to George. And George will walk it into the end zone. A stiff armor guy after that. And it's going to be a touchdown. 14-7. Eddie George continuing the momentum that he had in the first quarter and scores a touchdown. And the Snowhawks will take the lead. The score, 14-7, and the Snowhawks looking to make it 16-7. Hooker hands it off to George. George is hit hard, but he slides into the end zone, and it's going to be a 2-point conversion. Good. The score, Portland Snowhawks 7 or 16, and the Seattle Seahawks have 7. 39 seconds remaining for this high-powered Seattle offense. And the Seattle Seahawks will continue to defend their Super Bowl title. Let's see what Justin Herbert can do with 39 seconds. We know that this offense has the capability to score. Herbert drops back the pass, throws it to the inside, and he's brought down by Jalen Ramsey. Herbert drops back the pass. He's under pressure. Screen pass. First down. Makes the guy miss. And he's brought down after a 13 or a 14-yard gain. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. And play action pass, throw to the outside, gets it complete. Justin Herbert gets it complete. First down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Justin Herbert from the gun. 3 wide receivers spread out wide to his right, 1 wide receiver to his left. Deep ball is complete. First down and 10, and the Seahawks will take a timeout. 16 seconds remain on the clock. Justin Herbert within striking distance. Justin Herbert drops back the pass. He's hit as he throws. Incomplete pass. 14 seconds remain on the clock. Let's see what the Seahawks can do. They're in striking distance. This is a very, very high power offense. Herbert drops back the pass. Oh, and he gets it complete to Antonio Gates. Touchdown Seahawks. Right at the last second, Justin Herbert comes through in the clutch for the Seahawks. And the score is now 16-13. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 16-14, which is a 2-point game. Antonio Gates with the great catch. And the Snowhawks will have 11 seconds to decide whether they want to try to score or whether they just want to run this clock out. Hendon Hooker drops back the pass. Throws it deep. He was hit as he throws. And St. Reddick nearly brought the pass in. However, it was incomplete. And that's going to bring up a second down and 10. Hooker throws the ball deep. He has St. Reddick wide open. St. Reddick makes the catch. However, he was not able to get inside of the end zone. And that's going to end the half. And St. Reddick is going to go to the legendary bop dance to end the half. Great catch, but just was not able to score on the play. And we're getting ready to get started in the second half of this Super Bowl from Jerry World in Dallas, Texas. And the Seahawks will get ball first. They scored at the last second of the first half. And let's see if they can keep up the momentum from the first half. So Justin Herbert take the field. This is a good game so far in this one. Close game. Both offenses are clicking. It's going to be about who outplays who in this one. Who's going to get outplayed? Who's going to get outcoached? Who's going to run the ball the best? Who's going to throw the ball the best? Who's going to be the most aggressive on defense? Herbert from the gun, empty backfield, throws it over the middle to Ayuk. First down and 10 for the Snowhawks after a 4-yard gain. Here we go. Herbert from the gun. From the gun. Herbert from the gun. Hands it off to Ayuk. And Ayuk gets hit hard at the 33-yard line for a gain of nothing. Herbert from the gun. Throws to the outside. He had it, but he dropped the ball. Third down and 10. And Antonio Gates gets the ball out to the 49-yard line. First down and 10 for the Seahawks. Justin Herbert, empty backfield. And he shifts Antonio Gates into the backfield. Throws it to the outside, and he's hit hard, but not before he gains 5 yards on the play. Here we go. Seahawks from the 44-yard line. Repositions the formation. Herbert from the gun. Drops back to pass. Throws to the outside. Complete the Gates for another first down, Snowhawks. And they're at the 38-yard line with a fresh set of downs. Justin Herbert under center. And Najee Harris is blown up on the play after a 1-yard gain. He only has negative 2 yards rushing on the day. Justin Herbert from the gun throws over the middle, complete. 3rd down and 3. Let's see if the Snowhawks can come up with a stop on this play. Herbert throws over the middle, and the ball was knocked out after he was hit hard, and that's going to be a 4th down and 3. And the Seahawks will kick a 41-yard field goal. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. And the Seahawks take a late lead in this late 3rd quarter. The score, Snowhawks 16, Seahawks have 17. And the Seahawks will kick it back to the Snowhawks, and they'll get their first possession of the 2nd half. Here we go. Russell to return the kick. Russell to the 15-yard line, and he doesn't make it past the 19. Let's see if this Snowhawks offense can capitalize on this opportunity here to take the lead. Hooker hands it off to George. George gets the 1st down, throws the guy to the ground. 1st down and 10 for the Snowhawks. Hooker hands it off to George again. He's bobbing and weaving. Gets another 7-yard gain. 5 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Hooker hands it off to George. George is in space, makes a guy miss. He gains the 1st down, and the Snowhawks are going to have a fresh set of downs to start the 2nd or to start the 4th quarter. And this is a good game, as we all expected. It's really a grudge match. Eddie George breaks a tackle and gets about a 3-yard gain. Hooker hands it off to George. George gets about a 1st down, gets to the 37-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Snowhawks. Hooker hands it off to George. George gets hit hard, and he gets the ball to the 33-yard line. Hooker from the gun. Hooker play action pass. Throws over the middle. Completes it to Metcalf. And the Snowhawks have the ball at the 12-yard line. And Hooker hands it off to George. George has space. George into the end zone. Touchdown, Snowhawks. Snowhawks take the lead. What a move by Eddie George. What a play. Great, excellent play calling from the Snowhawks. Hooker from the gun. Hooker drops back the pass. He'll just keep it himself, and he'll slide into the end zone, and the Snowhawks have a 7-point lead early in the 4th quarter. The score is 24. Snowhawks, Seahawks have 17. And we're live from Jerry World, Dallas, Texas. Herbert from the gun. Herbert drops back the pass, throws it over the middle, tries to get it to Ayuk. However, Ayuk was hit hard. Incomplete pass. Justin Herbert lines up under center. Justin Herbert drops back the pass. Gets it to Ayuk. Ayuk is in space. Ayuk 40. Ayuk 30. Ayuk gets it to the 27-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Seahawks. What? Come on, yo. How the fuck was I offsides? Come on now. Jack Young, blood, offsides, costing the team. First down and 5 for the Seahawks. What the fuck? There. And Justin Herbert gets the completion. Justin Herbert from the gun. From the gun. From the gun. Moves Harris out of the backfield. No use in running the ball versus this defense, I guess they say. And Antonio Gates gets the completion. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go on the clock. Justin Herbert within striking distance. Justin Herbert hands it off to Harris. And Harris gets to the first down. First down and goal for the Seahawks. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remain on the clock. Najee Harris drops back to pass. Oh, I said Najee Harris. Anyway, Justin Herbert throws over the middle. Touchdown, Seahawks. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the fourth, and the Seahawks go for 2. Oh, was that incomplete? The ball was incomplete, and Justin Ayuk was brought down hard. Third down and goal. 2-minute warning. And the Snowhawks still have a 7-point lead. Justin Herbert from the gun drops back to pass, and he gets it to his receiver, Russell Gage Jr., for a touchdown, Seattle Seahawks. And the Seahawks will tie this thing up. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So here we are. The score is 24-24 in the fourth quarter. 1 minute and 57 seconds left to go. We're all tied up. Snowhawks get the ball. Here we go. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. We're all tied up. Hooker hands it off to George. And George gets hit hard. 1 minute and 41 seconds left to go. Second down and 7 for the Snowhawks. And Eddie George, big gain. First down and 10 for the Snowhawks. Hendon Hooker hands it off to George again. George makes a guy miss. He has some space. Gets the ball out to the 38-yard line after a gain of 5. Hooker from the gun. Throws over the top. St. Reddick. Oh, I think that was pass interference, but anyway, he couldn't come up with the catch. Here we go. Pressure was coming. And the Snowhawks will have to punt the ball away. Oh, he's hit hard at the 16-yard line. And the Seahawks will take over possession. Herbert drops back the pass. Throws to the outside. Second down in inches. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Herbert under center. Hands it off to Harris, and he stopped and brought down immediately. What stopped the clock? And the Seahawks will hand it off again to Najee Harris. He gets the first down. However, that's going to end regulation. And the Snowhawks will win the toss, and they will receive. The Snowhawks won the toss, they'll receive. They'll get the ball first. Let's see if they can march downfield and score a touchdown and end this game and finally win the Super Bowl and leave Portland, Oregon with the Super Bowl. Here's the rookie Russell, gets out to the 20-yard line. Hooker from the gun. Hooker hands it off to George. George gets out to about the first down, but he's brought down inches short. And that's going to be a second down in inches for the Snowhawks. Hooker hands it off. George breaks the tackle. He gets out to about the 41-yard line. Hooker from the gun. Hooker hands it off to George. George has a big crease up the middle. He gets the first down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Here we go. Hooker from the gun. Hooker hands it off to Eddie George. Eddie George has more space, and it looks like this defense is all worn down. Eddie George has 28 carries for 210 yards. First and 10. Hooker breaks a tackle. Hooker's still going. Or Eddie George. Hooker from the gun. Throws it over the middle. Complete to St. Reddick. And that's going to be a third down and 2 from the 29-yard line. Hooker from the gun. Eddie George. He's brought down 4th and inches. And the Snowhawks will take a timeout. Hooker from the gun. Hands it off to the George. George gets the first down and more. First down and 10, Snowhawks. Hooker hands it off to George. He gains a couple, breaks a tackle, and he only gained about 2 yards on the play. Hooker from the gun. Hands it off to George. And George gets the ball out to about the 3-yard line. Hooker drops back the pass. He'll scramble. Hooker has the corner. Hooker has the first down. First down and goal for the Seahawks. 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go in overtime. And the Seahawks are in striking distance from the 6-yard line. First down and goal. Hendon Hooker shows off his legs. And the Snowhawks will take a timeout. So the score is 24-24 in overtime. And the Portland Snowhawks have the ball from the 6-yard line. Here we go. Hendon Hooker in the gun. Hendon Hooker drops back the pass, throws over the middle to St. Reddick. St. Reddick makes the catch. The Portland Snowhawks win the Super Bowl. Back-to-back years making the appearance versus the Seahawks. The Seahawks beat the Snowhawks in the first meetup, and in the second meetup, the Portland Snowhawks finally win the championship, and it's all over. The Portland Snowhawks are Super Bowl champions, formerly the Miami Dolphins, and the Portland Snowhawks have done it, and they've lived it, and they've won the Super Bowl, led by Eddie George Jr. Eddie George Jr. over 250 yards, finishes his game off for the Snowhawks. Eddie George Jr. is definitely the MVP for the Snowhawks. Hard fought game. Why am I kicking it off? I don't even know. Why are they getting the ball? Why are they getting the ball? Why am I confused right now? Did the rules change? Herbert drops back the pass. Herbert throws to the outside, gets it complete, and Antonio Gates is out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Here we go, Justin Herbert from the gun. The clock is stopped at 1 minute and 42 seconds. Justin Herbert drops back the pass, throws over the middle, and the Seahawks will get the first down. And the clock continues to tick. Herbert drops back the pass. Herbert gets it complete. And Justin Herbert just under almost 300 yards, 299 passing yards. 1 minute left to go. Seahawks have all 3 timeouts. Herbert throws it over the middle to Ayuk, gets it complete. 45 seconds left on the clock. Herbert under center. And the Seahawks will take a timeout. Justin Herbert drops back the pass. Completes it to Harris. Harris gets out of bounds, but not before he gained 2 yards. 26 seconds left on the clock. He managed to get out of bounds. Herbert from the gun, looking to tie this game up. Gets it complete to Ayuk. Ayuk breaks the tackle, and right after that, he's blown up by Deion Sanders Jr. Herbert in the gun. Herbert drops back the pass. Herbert throws to the outside. Intercepted by Moses Mitchell. Moses Mitchell has nothing but space in front of him. He'll take it all the way to the house for a pick 6 to end the game. And that is the end of the game. Moses Mitchell closes out for the Snowhawks. And like I was saying earlier, the Snowhawks lost in the Super Bowl last year to the Seahawks. And they followed that up by the next season, coming right back, being just as good, if not better, and coming back and winning a Super Bowl. Eddie George Jr. wins his Super Bowl. Only his second year in the league. His first year in the league, he set the NFL record for rushing with 202 2,400 rushing yards. That's never been done before. He's number one in history. And now today they make history by winning the Super Bowl. And there you go, Hendon Hooker with the Lombardi. He got the Lombardi. Hendon Hooker got the Lombardi. Yes, sir. The Snowhawks win the game. The MVP should have been Eddie George Jr. Eddie George Jr., the best rusher of all time. He's only in his second season. Look at some of the highlights from this game. This one is over. Hard fought match. And Moses Mitchell put the icing on the cake with a pick six. And that was the end of the game. Eddie George, 33 carries, 229 yards. DK Metcalf, 4 receptions, 88 yards. Debo Samuels, 1 reception, 16 yards. Hendon Hooker had 195 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Justin Herbert had 329 passing with 3 touchdowns. And that's the end of the game. That's the end of the season. So what do y'all think? That's the end of the Portland Snowhawks series. That's the end of the series. We had to come in there and take care of business. We had to really let people know. You know what I'm saying? We lost in the Super Bowl last year. And when we were the Dolphins, I don't remember whether we went to the Super Bowl or not, or did we lose in the AFC Championship? I don't remember. Let's look at the yearly rewards. I know we not the MVP. Brandon Fields, not Justin Fields, but Brandon Fields of the Broncos has the MVP. Ola was in the running. Brett Favre was in the running. Now that Brett Favre is black. Tony Romo was in the running. Trizzy Sosa was in the running. Our former quarterback. Deshaun Watson was in the running. Josh Allen was in the running. Arch Manning was in the running. Jalen Hurts was in the running. And so was Drew Brees. And we're going to end that season. And I'm going to end this season as we're still the Portland Snowhawks. And we're going to pick up the next season as the Memphis Egyptians. And honestly, I'm going to end this video and we're going to start that process right after this video. Stay tuned in. I'll be back on in about 20 minutes. And we'll be the Memphis Egyptians. But for right now, thanks for watching. We got our Super Bowl title. We're leaving Portland with the Super Bowl ring. The fans showed love. We dominated. We lost some games. We fought. Eddie George had to fight for his yards. He was getting hit hard all season. He didn't make it to 2000. Hendon Hooker only had around 20 touchdowns, 21 interceptions in the regular season. The receivers didn't really have a good year neither. I don't think anybody had over 10 touchdowns in the regular season. And I want to try to look to change that while still keeping Eddie George involved. Because Eddie George, he really won us this championship. I knew that I couldn't call many passing plays because I was risking an interception. And the interception would have ended the game. So I pretty much just had to run the ball, and we ran the ball all the way downfield. We ran the ball right down their throats the whole fourth quarter. That's what we had to do, and including in overtime. That's what we had to do. Now, I don't know if the rules changed because once I scored that touchdown, I don't understand why the game kept going on because I thought that once you scored a touchdown, the game ends, but whatever. I'm gonna look into what the heck was going on because I don't know. That could have went crazy. That could have been crazy. Um, the defense played excellent. The defense was excellent. The front seven was excellent. The DBs was excellent. Didn't nobody even throw it towards Deion Sanders. How many times did I have to say Deion Sanders' name? Nobody threw it towards Deion Sanders. They threw it towards Moses Mitchell. And Moses Mitchell had at least 3 pick six. I didn't see Deion Sanders Jr. have any interceptions. Let's do a full recap. Let's look at the stats for everybody. Let's look at everybody's stats. And this is not including the playoffs. This is only including the regular season. Okay, let's look at these. I think we've been snubbed because how does a running back with a 9-18 win Offensive Player of the Year? There ain't no way he had more rushing yards than Eddie George. But whatever, we're gonna look. Eddie George is on the list. I don't see how he didn't win. We're gonna look into it though. Defensive Player of the Year, Mac Wilson Sr. Rookie of the Year, Flash Gordon. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Best quarterback, Brandon Fields. Hendon Hooker wasn't even on this list. Best running back, just complete snubs. How does this guy the best running back, yo? We're gonna look at the stats though. I don't expect to have the best wide receiver. Best defensive back. Moses Mitchell wins the best defensive back. That's a big for me. I'm glad I got something. I'm glad we got something. Now trust me, we understanding, and we didn't even have nobody on this list. Jeffrey Simmons on the list. He finished at the bottom of the list. That's big. I'm happy to see that. Ryan Ruiz. If you remember, Ryan Ruiz really had that knockout blow to allow Eddie George to just walk into the end zone. Or Cesar Ruiz. And Moses Mitchell was the best DB. Ed Reed was on that list as well. And those are all the awards. And next season, man, we gonna remember that because we could have had more players on that. I wasn't really throwing the ball this season. We pretty much ran it a lot because throwing an interception can be costly, and we just don't have time for that. So all right, let's look at some of these stats. Let's look at some player stats. All right, Hendon Hooker. Let's go to the NFL. Hendon Hooker didn't get no respect, man. But I don't blame them. Eli Manning was the best quarterback this season. 500 and 5,100 yards, 36 touchdowns. Brandon Fields, 5,100 yards, 42 touchdowns. Arch Manning, 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes, 5,000 yards, 34 touchdowns. Michael Vick, 5,000 yards, 29 touchdowns. Ben Roethlisberger, 5,000 yards, 32 touchdowns. Brett Favre, 4,000 yards, 41 touchdowns. Um, Justin Herbert, 4,800 yards, 535 touchdowns. We got DeAndre Thompson, Josh Allen, Peyton Manning, Kyler Murray's in the lead, Tony Romo's in the lead, Jalen Hurts is in the lead, Baker Mayfield sucks, Justin Fields, But they had some pretty good seasons. They had better seasons than Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker looked like he finished at the bottom. Hendon Hooker finished at the bottom, y'all. Hendon Hooker had 3,200 yards, and he only had 20 touchdowns and 21 completions, or 20 touchdowns. He had more interceptions than he had touchdowns. Anyway, we moving to rushing, and just as I thought, Eddie George Jr. led the league in rushing yards. Um, by far. So why in the heck did Jim Brown get all the awards? I don't know. Where is Jim Brown? Okay, Jim Brown had 1,600 yards, 19 touchdowns. So his longest run was 99 yards. I just don't understand how Eddie George didn't get the awards that I thought he should have had, and why would he be so far down on the list? It just don't make much sense to me. Eddie George had more carries, more yards, more touchdowns, more average yards per game, more broken tackles, more yards after contact, double that. Um, Jim Brown had more. I don't know. And I already know we didn't have no top receivers besides St. Reddick. Let's see how many yards St. Reddick had. St. Reddick, DK Metcalf here, so St. Reddick got to be up here somewhere. Wait, are these all receivers? What about the tight ends? These are all receivers. Okay, here goes some tight ends. Well, based off what I'm seeing, okay, so that's that. We signing off. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Show some love. Help me share this. Help me with this stream. Help me get it out. Thank y'all for tuning in like always, and I'll see y'all